Do the numbers just speak for themselves, or is there some kind of other motive for the filing at this time, Joey?
No correlation at all, Mike. You kidding? I'm being sarcastic, obviously.
That's $100 million each fight.
I would think close to $1 billion.
He probably is, but he spends like a mother. He probably has like a couple $100 million in jewelry.
This is what Floyd writes on his Instagram. Believe half of what you see and none of what you hear, especially when it comes to the media in this country.
Floyd Mayweather, who once claimed career earnings exceeding $1.2 billion, is now reportedly dealing with serious financial trouble, according to explosive new CNN reports. While he continues to showcase private jets, sprawling mansions, and watches worth millions, insiders say his uncontrolled spending, unsuccessful business moves, and growing legal expenses have created enormous pressure. Some sources suggest the boxing icon has been discreetly selling assets to manage his debts, while others believe a bankruptcy filing could be approaching.
Everything ends up this way. Well, everything does end up this way because people are surrounded by other people who make 10%, 20%, 5% on what the other guy brings home. So people are incentivized to push people to keep scaling and keep going and all eat when you eat. But I think it's very important for people to stand up and say, you know what? I don't think this thing needs to be that big. I don't think the valuation needs to get here.
Floyd Mayweather once stood at the very top of sports wealth, reportedly collecting between $1.20 and $2 billion from prize fights, endorsements, and public appearances. However, just as fast as the fortune arrived, it disappeared. Instead of securing smart investments or protecting long-term stability, Mayweather behaved as though the flow of money would last forever. Extravagant spending, from gold-plated jets to entire collections of supercars, became part of his everyday routine. His obsession with being recognized as the richest and most flamboyant name in sports replaced any sense of financial responsibility. The same mindset that built the money persona has now pushed him toward possible financial disaster.
He's up there, bro. He's probably got to be at least $400 million. I mean, some of the purses from his fights are like $100 million each fight.
I would think close to $1 billion.
He probably is, but he spends like a. He probably has like a couple $100 million in jewelry. Have you seen like videos of his jewelry?
Yeah, some crazy. Let me see. Let me see what his net worth is. Mayweather net worth.
Them Googles be lying though, huh?
They be lying? You think?
I think so. It's probably not accurate. I mean,
let's see what they say. Exactly what you said. It says an estimated $450 million.
Yeah.
Richest boxer in the world. It's a lot of money.
Mayweather grabbed headlines not only for his undefeated streak, but also for the enormous paychecks tied to his bouts. His showdown with Manny Pacquiao reportedly earned him more than $250 million, and his exhibition with Conor McGregor delivered comparable figures. He was repeatedly labeled the highest-paid athlete in the world. Yet, instead of turning those earnings into lasting security, Mayweather treated them as fuel for non-stop excess. Over-the-top parties, private flights for his entourage, and million-dollar gambling sessions became standard parts of his lifestyle.
Mayweather, the highest paid athlete, not the highest paid boxer, the highest paid athlete in the world. I had the opportunity and pleasure to be around him for many years. I was his personal shopper. I was a personal friend of his family. One of my greatest memories of being just lucky enough to even be around that environment was watching him train. Watching Floyd Mayweather train is a masterclass in discipline. It is a masterclass in work ethic. It is a masterclass in this is how you execute and get stuff done. Every rep, he hits it hard. There's not one lazy rep. He does everything at such a high frequency, so elevated. I'm like, goodness gracious, watching this man train, it's like, that's how I want to train for life. I've been to the club with Floyd where we leave in the club 3, 4 in the morning and he's still going to hit his 6 miles. He'll have all the cars follow him and he's running down the Las Vegas Strip, down back street.
Floyd's financial issues extend beyond reckless spending. His name has repeatedly appeared in legal disputes connected to controversial business projects. In 2022, he became involved in a class action lawsuit linked to a cryptocurrency venture many critics described as a pump-and-dump operation. Although that case was ultimately dismissed, it revealed his tendency to enter hype-driven investments without solid oversight. Matters intensified in 2024 when he was hit with another lawsuit, this time accused of instructing his bodyguard to assault someone. The alleged victim sought more than $3 million in damages. Such legal battles highlight the unstable and risky patterns surrounding his financial choices.
How do you explain all that? How did that happen in your life?
Well, things happen. You know, I had 3 children with a young lady. We wasn't seeing eye to eye. We wasn't seeing eye to eye. She was a little upset, had a little alcohol in her system. She was a little edgy, and I told her, basically I needed the keys to my truck. She was upset. She didn't want me to take the keys to the truck. So things got out of hand and blown out of, they blow things up bigger than what things are really made out to be. So things happen.
But nevertheless, you had to do 2 months, right?
Yeah, I did 2 months for a misdemeanor, yes.
So what is it like to have everything and then not have freedom?
That's what I come to find out. Freedom is very important. Freedom is very, very important. And I'm just, I'm happy to be free. I'm happy to be back, in my children's life.
Joe Rogan openly criticized Mayweather's apparent negligence regarding tax responsibilities. Rogan emphasized that regardless of wealth, ignoring tax payments can bring severe consequences from the IRS. History has shown that many affluent figures have fallen due to similar carelessness. Rogan suggested that Floyd's luxurious image may be concealing deeper monetary instability. The path Floyd appears to be walking is not unfamiliar.
He owed that money to the IRS. How much does he owe?
It's in the $20+ million range.
It's a lot of money, man.
But it's not something that he's been, it's not like deception.
No.
It's just neglect to
it's
pay.
Neglect. And it's also like, I think, and there is like a truth to this. He makes so much money. There's probably a point when they're like, hey, it's time to pay your taxes. And you go like, all right, here's a check for $25 million. That's an incredible amount of money. And then they go, that's true, but you owe 50 more. And he's just like, that can't be right. I've given you $25 million.
Yeah, he's bought over 100 luxury cars from the same dealer and always pays in cash.
He has $15 million worth of cars.
Congrats. You can sell them.
Mike Tyson famously made hundreds of millions during his boxing peak, only to declare bankruptcy after years of uncontrolled spending. Tyson owned tigers, lavish estates, and even a gold bathtub. Now Mayweather seems to be mirroring that same destructive pattern. Like Tyson, he showcases his vehicles, expensive jewelry, and luxury homes. But behind the public display, his financial structure seems increasingly fragile.
It's your main man, Made Man, back at it again, and y'all know how I get down over here. We talking boxing. Now, I am fresh off watching episode 1 of the All Access of the upcoming fight between Floyd Money Mayweather and Marcos Maidana. Now, a lot of people may have gotten a lot of things from watching that episode. It was real flamboyant. We seen Floyd Mayweather tossing his money around as always, talking about the Miss Jackson situation. We seen Marcos Maidana looking focused, more so focused on his baby and everything. So those are a lot of the minor takeaways. But my major takeaway from this whole thing, ladies and gentlemen, is I was quickly hit with a emotion of nostalgia, you know what I mean? Because seeing Floyd Mayweather with all this money and cars and clothes and hoes and yada yada yada, it just kind of reminded me. There was a small segment in that episode that stated that a lot of fighters believe in their immortality, you know what I mean? We've seen this before. So the question I ask, we have seen this movie before. Boxers traditionally going broke. They start off well, so flamboyant with all this money and all these cars, and they have businesses they invest in. They're something special, at least in their minds they are. And then after either retirement or near retirement or after the fight game has left them, traditionally boxers go broke, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm not saying this is going to happen to Floyd Mayweather, but I swear on everything, man, I hope it doesn't happen to Floyd Mayweather, because Floyd Mayweather is going to go down in the halls of history, ladies and gentlemen, as possibly top 3 to top 5 to top 10 of all-time greats. I mean, depending on how you view Floyd Money Mayweather. But however, he is definitely the #1 boxer of my era, ladies and gentlemen, of my time on this earth of watching the sport of boxing. No one has the skill set of Floyd Money Mayweather. Carve it up, chop it up how you like. Get on the debate about his opponents, all this other crap. We can have that for another video. But this man is going to go down in history as an all-time great without a doubt. And I understand the argument for those who may even present the argument that he's the #1 greatest of all time. I see valid points in that argument. I don't agree with that, but I see valid points in that argument. This is a great boxer. We are going to miss Floyd Money Mayweather when he leaves the sport, ladies and gentlemen. But the fact remains.
Ironically, Floyd often speaks about smart money management, even mentioning a buy low, sell high philosophy in his real estate dealings. Yet his behavior often clashes with those statements. No one disputes his genius inside the ring. His defensive skill, precision timing, and high fight IQ secured his place among boxing's all-time greats. Retiring undefeated is an achievement few competitors can claim. However, excellence in athletics does not guarantee financial wisdom. The discipline he demonstrated in boxing contrasts sharply with his impulsive actions outside it.
People hate consistency when it comes to teams that you don't like and not a fan of, and they constantly win all the time. The Patriots went through the same thing. Small example, I'm gonna just take boxing for instance.
Right.
Floyd.
Yes.
Everybody loved when Floyd was winning early in his career.
Yes.
But when he kept winning,
yes,
he became the villain.
Yes.
And then everybody paying in and tuning in to see him lose.
Right.
That's it. Yes. He became the villain.
Even Floyd's uncle, Jeff Mayweather, has expressed doubts about his financial direction. In a frank interview, Jeff admitted he struggles to understand Floyd's unpredictable decisions, particularly his erratic investment habits. Floyd appears to dive into business opportunities without a defined plan, motivated more by ego than calculation. His bold claims about massive real estate holdings raise concerns among experts familiar with how volatile those markets can be. You have no idea.
No idea. I mean, like I said, I don't necessarily see Floyd very much. So we don't really get a chance to talk very much. And so I don't really know what's going on. I know he's doing things that, to better his life, like, buying homes and buying, different things. And so, I don't know exactly what he's doing. So, I haven't seen him in quite some time. And I haven't heard about him talking about doing any more exhibitions. Maybe he will, maybe he won't, I don't know. But I haven't heard anything.
I know the KSI's team would be happy to make their fight with him.
Floyd's ongoing issues with the IRS represent a significant warning sign. Reports indicate federal authorities previously urged him to sell properties and resolve outstanding tax debts, and ignoring such advice can be financially devastating. When the IRS begins pursuing asset seizures, it reflects serious mismanagement. Floyd's failure to address his tax obligations proactively only intensified the problem.
I'm Ellie Setback reporting. You guys all seen the headline saying Mayweather needs money, Mayweather has problems, Mayweather needs Conor McGregor. Well, the truth couldn't be further. Let me tell you, Floyd Mayweather just posted this on his Instagram, and I know it's true because anyone who was around Floyd Mayweather back after the Pacquiao fight in 2015 saw Mayweather with the $26 million paycheck for the IRS. And this is what Floyd writes on his Instagram. Believe half of what you see and none of what you hear, especially when it comes to the media in this country. While everyone is counting my money and assuming the worst, these are the facts. Uncle Sam received $26 million from me in 2015. What else could they possibly want? I'm sure I would have been notified much sooner if there were any real discrepancies, right? Bottom line, everybody just wants to be part of the Money May show, including the IRS. That's fine. You can crunch numbers all day, but in the end, my empire is rock solid and intact. Now calculate that. Hashtag TMT, hashtag Floyd Mayweather, hashtag TBE.
Floyd responded to tax speculation by stating he had paid $26 million to the IRS. Rather than calming doubts, the disclosure sparked further questions. Was that the total amount owed, or only part of it? Did the payment come too late? The announcement appeared more like damage control than full transparency. Some critics believe the payment functioned as a public relations effort meant to quiet growing rumors.
To them by showing on Instagram $26 million, a payment he made to the IRS. By the way, nothing makes your tax payment look shadier than when you're just holding up cash.
Right.
That's not a good look for the IRS. But he showed his actual, 26 million.
Then just pay him. Like, I don't know why, like, he's mad at the media. It's like, oh, you guys are making things up. No, it's leaked that you asked to pay after this fight. Like, you make all this money. If I was Mayweather, not only would I pay them on time, the IRS, I'd tip them. I'd be like, hey, here's what I owe you. Here's a little bit. Get your woman something nice, all right? How was Christmas for your kids? Oh, you're Jewish? Convert just for this Christmas. Here, take care.
Despite increasing legal challenges and financial caution signs, Mayweather recently claimed he invested $42 million in real estate, acquiring 62 buildings in Manhattan entirely with his own funds. He emphasized that no partners were involved in the transaction. Still, skeptics question the credibility of such an assertion. Considering his other reported financial difficulties, the timing and magnitude of the purchase appear overstated.
$2 million. This substantial investment was made through his real estate firm, Vada Properties, and is intended to expand his portfolio in New York City real estate market. Mayweather has expressed that this purchase holds significant personal meaning, reflecting his humble beginnings and desire to provide affordable housing options. He stated, growing up, I used to dream about owning just one home by myself. When you work hard, you can achieve anything. However, it's important to note that while Mayweather has announced this acquisition, some reports suggest that property records do not yet confirm a transfer of ownership. Experts speculate that he may have acquired a minority stake with options for future expansion.
Instead of reassuring observers, the claim has fueled additional doubt. If accurate, it could indicate dangerous overexpansion. Mayweather's fixation on luxury possessions may be his most harmful weakness. Each exotic car, designer timepiece, and heavy gold chain contributes to a lifestyle that may no longer be sustainable. Insiders allege he consistently spends more than he earns each month. The financial figures simply fail to align. When hefty tax obligations accompany those purchases, the pressure only increases.
Floyd Mayweather is about to pay $2 billion to purchase a sports team and may never have to pay taxes again. The tax code offers these super wealthy so many methods to erase their income through deductions, and none is better than purchasing a sports team. Buying a sports team is like buying a unicorn real estate property. The value is always going to go up, the owner is going to make money, but on their tax return, they're going to use a strategy to report that they're losing money. See, the owner is actually allowed to write off the entire cost of the sports team against future income. This will allow Floyd to pay less in taxes. It's called amortization, which is very similar to depreciation. But if Floyd ever decides to sell the team, then the taxes will be owed. Who cares then? Because the taxes he was supposed to pay during those years, he's going to take that money, reinvest it for personal profit. See you, Floyd. Hit your boy up if you need help with taxes. My name is Duke, and I make taxes very easy to understand.
Floyd's dedication to spectacle was evident during his recent visit to Mexico, where he reportedly traveled in an armored tank. While most individuals choose high-end SUVs or private jets, Mayweather escalated extravagance to an extreme. The act appeared driven more by attention than necessity. Though such displays generate viral attention, they also signal a disconnect from practical financial awareness.
They got Floyd Mayweather, like...
Well, I didn't say kidnap, but you know, you got your passport taken. You can't come and leave when you want to go, but he ain't in jail, so
okay.
He's out in a 6-star hotel being Floyd, so I guess it ain't that bad, but we'll see. We're going to watch and see like everybody else.
That's crazy. I mean, when you think of Money Mayweather, you thinking like Floyd may have like $1 billion or something.
He did. He made $1 billion plus. Floyd made a lot of money. And I don't really know Floyd's business, so I'm not going to speak on Floyd's business, but Floyd's very, very, as the world knows, he's money made, very flashy. Look, man, you know, we both made some real money, but you know, you start burning through, you make $2-3 million a year, you burning through $100,000 a month. You ain't really got that much money.
Shit, he probably spending way more than that.
No, I'm talking regular dudes. We say we made $3 million, we burning through $100,000 a month. We really don't got no paper like that saved up.
That's a fact.
So even if he's making $100 million, if he's burning through $5, $6, $7 million a month, you still got taxes, you still got responsibilities. So I don't know nobody's bag, but you know, me and you, we real. We never count nobody's paper. So
not at all.
I hope he got $10 billion. And I hope he get out of his problem.
That's a fact, because you would figure he should be able to just cash him out. Like whatever the tab is,
he should be able to wire that.
Yeah, I think he could do that with no problem. I think he got all the money in the world. I think they may not want it.
Watch collection, believed to be worth millions, further reflects his urge to project extreme wealth. Social media regularly features images of diamond-encrusted watches lined up in rows, each surpassing the previous in extravagance. While supporters admire the shine, financial analysts view them as unnecessary expenditures. Unlike appreciating assets, these watches lose value immediately after purchase.
I need you guys to watch me talk about my watches. Right here, I got 3 cases, and they're all full with watches. So when I travel, I like to take, if I'm going for 45 days, I like to take 45 watches with me. I like to have options. So everybody's always asking me, what's your favorite watch? Well, one of my favorite watch brands is Ali & Co. As you can see right here, I got this a few months back, and it's one of my favorite watches. One of the best brands in the world. That's just my personal opinion. I like the brand so much, I went and bought another watch just yesterday, Ali & Co. As you can see, Ali & Co. Now, let's talk about watches, let's talk about jewelry, let's talk about a few things. I need you guys to watch me talk about my watches. So we'll set this to the side. Now, we want to give the people an appetizer or something light. So we give you 2 appetizers, then we give you a main course. Just a few watches that I got while I travel. So check this out. We're gonna go here first. And of course, the company is Ali & Co. Crazy company. Now, I need you guys to come closer and check this out. So let me come to you guys.
In business matters, Floyd's credibility is nearly as debated as his spending behavior. His emphasis on profit above principle has led him into ventures surrounded by controversy. From questionable cryptocurrency promotions to unsuccessful event promotions, his portfolio reflects impulsive judgment. Long-term financial health demands organization, integrity, and strategy, qualities Floyd has not consistently displayed. As concerns about his money management intensify, so does the belief that his financial empire may be crumbling. Without a decisive shift in direction, Mayweather risks being remembered not only as a legendary boxer, but as a billionaire who lost everything. All.
Yeah. I think it was like a $5 or $8 million 5-fight deal or something like that. I have to check the numbers, but he turned that down to start his own promotion. And when he was with HBO, he worked out that deal to do the 24/7, where you can see the behind the scenes. That was right around the time when reality TV was getting big. So you didn't have social media then. People began to build and know Floyd off of the 24/7. I can tell you right now, my wife even became a boxing fan from watching the 24/7s. So the timing of him becoming his own boss, which you're gonna make the
All right, everyone, stay tuned for the latest in boxing news, highlights, events, and stories. Subscribe to Knockout today and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Be sure to watch our other videos too. Until next time, take care and stay safe.